Welcome to Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. It's Andrade and Irwin back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the Boston Celtics. I think the Boston Celtics are a team we're going to be talking about a fair amount this season because, let's be honest, they're that young core that we had high expectations for after their surprise run without Kyrie. And then they had that year with Kyrie. And then they've had years without Kyrie after that. And they've kind of just plateaued, I would say, from what we wanted or expected them to formulate into. And the reason we're talking about them now is because that little special trio they got, I'm talking about Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, and Marcus Smart, starting to show some cracks in the armor. and
one of them, one of them did something that's not so smart. That freaking leaked.
that's a good way to put it.
And if you didn't catch the hint, guys, we're talking about Marcus Smart. What the fuck did he do, Andrade?
He talked that shit, bro. He talked that shit that you're kind of not supposed to when you're a team, a camaraderie, and you're supposed to stick with the boys and not let shit leak.
Especially if your ass is 2-5.
Yeah,
to
man.
Start the season.
There's like succession, bro. You got to keep it in the fam. And you can talk all the shit you want to each other in the locker room, fucking throw shots at each other on the bus, but going to like the media and letting it leak out like that's gotta be for like emergency purposes. And I don't think this is emergency purposes. And he was even getting called out immediately on Twitter, not even by like the media, but by like other YouTubers. I forgot who. I think it was DKM, the first one that I saw, but I saw a couple of other tweets where they're like, okay, this is a quote that he said about like passing, that Jaylen and Jayson could pass more. They don't want to pass, and that the world is gonna learn about that soon or some shit.
Okay.
And my bad for paraphrasing, guys. I don't have the quote in front of me right now, but obviously you guys can see it here. But then the tweets were like, "Oh, look, you can clearly see that they are." You know what I mean? And
okay,
he's
man.
exaggerating with the no passing quote.
I think we got a new middle name for Marcus Kendall Smart. Okay, if you watch the Soul Succession, and this is that last hint I'm gonna drop, you're definitely gonna know what I'm talking about. And Marcus Smart was actually not the first person I was gonna expect to be this, because he's like the glue guy there. And you would expect the glue guy to keep shit together in the damn locker room.
That's true. He is kind of supposed to be that glue guy.
Yeah.
Like that because he's not the top player, he's not the leader, but he's the one that's supposed to kind of keep shit together, like a Danny Alves of a team.
Yeah.
That's a soccer reference for anyone who doesn't know.
Man, we're just killing it with all the references.
I know,
today,
right?
Man.
By the way, I do like that Kendall reference a lot. I know if you guys should definitely watch the show Succession, but I'm sure actually a good amount may watch. I don't know if you saw The Ringer actually does recaps.
Oh,
yes,
man,
I watched one yesterday.
Yeah, man, okay.
And the reason I want to bring this up is because, for example, Kendall on the show is part of the family, and then he kind of turns on the family sometimes.
Yo, don't spoil shit.
And yeah, I know. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's kind of what Smart is doing right now. Maybe it'll reignite, and this like creates that beef for them to squash, and then they become a stronger unit after. That is a possibility. But more of a possibility, I'm gonna say, in my opinion, is that I think this might be the end for this era of the Celtics, guys. So sorry, Celtics fans. I'm gonna jump to and theorize already in the near future. I would say I think by the end of the season, things are gonna implode, and management is just going to have to, reset. And one of those three, I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't on the Celtics by the start of next season. And I know it's early on in the season and everything, but trust.
I completely disagree, man. Chill. Only 7 games in. If this was the case for every team, man, it'll be the end of the world for the Nets. It'll be the end of the world for the Milwaukee Bucks. And we'll be crowning the Golden State Warriors and the Miami Heat as Eastern Conference and Western Conference champions. We definitely know. Well,
I agree.
There's a chance, they maybe can advance far in the playoffs. Y'all need to chill, man. They had a fast start with the Celtics and the other two teams that I mentioned. They're off to a slow start. This is not the first time, going through adversity or whatnot in the NBA. And at the end of the day, the Celtics, just like any team, is going to go as far as their stars take it. And their stars are legit. And Jaylen Brown...
Are they? Is Jayson hitting that peak ceiling that we think he can.
He's pretty damn close.
He's pretty damn close. He's been pretty damn close for 2 years
Yeah,
now.
but that's kind of a fault of the media saying like unrealistic expectations for him at the same time.
Amen.
Thinking like, yo, this man's like the next coming of fucking Kobe.
Ja Morant is only in his third year, and look at the ceiling that he is hitting already.
Ja Morant didn't have nowhere near the expectations as Jayson Tatum, because he plays in fucking Memphis. Nobody's watching basketball over there.
Okay, but regardless of the expectations, he's hitting ceilings, I would say, higher than even Jaylen has touched. I mean, not Jaylen, Jayson has touched sometimes.
He's not a better player than Jayson Tatum. Not right now, at least.
I think he's a better player than Jayson Tatum.
There's a little bias.
Like,
he's
overall,
in your boy
I know,
school.
but unlike Jayson, and I know Jayson has had his moments, I'm not saying Tatum hasn't, but Ja can carry and lead a team past the obstacles. I have yet to see Jayson do that when it really matters.
They're going to be able to right the ship. I'm not saying they're going to win a championship. I'm not saying that they'll be fine with Jayson Tatum.
What I mean they're not is the way it's constructed, they're not going to win a championship. And I think that's why I'm saying by the end of this season, I expect them to implode in the playoffs. And no matter, even if they make it second round or past the second round to the conference finals, they'll just implode, and then they're just going to have to a significant switch is going to have to happen to this core, and they're going to be like, okay, we're going to have to pivot.
Well, look,
like in business,
if there's something positive, I can tell you another thing that I could tell you positive, Boston Celtics fan, is at least you guys are not the 76ers.
Yeah.
With that boat.
Well, when you say it's too early, years ago I said Ben should have been traded away from Philly, because I did not foresee that Embiid, Ben Simmons too. Even though all the on-court stats show that they work together, I've been saying even before we started this podcast, it's not gonna work. That internal chemistry, and I'm not saying you need that to win and succeed in the NBA. It wasn't there. His attitude, that matters.
Okay.
And I think Marcus Smart, I could be really recency biased right now just based off this quote, but I think this crack in the armor is a little deeper than what we're giving it for, even though it's just a small quote.
I'll be more concerned if it was like,
because I wouldn't be surprised if this has been built for a while. You know what I mean?
It's fine, man.
It sounds like Marcus Smart. It sounds like he wants more on his plate, and the Celtics themselves aren't giving him more on his plate. Like more responsibilities.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Usually these type of things, it could be either a crack in the armor. These things are generally gonna show themselves more in public. But yeah, we'll see.
November 2021. I'm calling it now, guys. I'm telling you, Boston Celtics as it's constructed, gone. Next year they get Ben Simmons, and I'm just kidding. They're not gonna get Ben Simmons.
No,
but
chill.
Something's different gonna happen. This core is not gonna be the same. This trio core.
But guys, let us know in the comments what you guys think. You think Andrade's right? Is it the end of the world for Beantown?
In Boston.
You guys siding with me? It's not that big of a deal, or it's not as big of a deal as people are saying. Or you guys are the third option.
I'll literally go streaking if the Boston Celtics win a championship in 2022.
It's cold as fuck right now. But hey, man, like KG says, man, anything is possible. But anyways, guys, appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all podcast streaming platforms. Ball Talk Deep. We'll catch you guys soon. For now,
Take
later.
care.